Hi and welcome to X-Wing Sweden here, and it's time to get into the regional season. This is from Linköping's regional. This is the first regional here in Sweden this season, and this happened after the FAQ and after the release of the new waves. However, it was the week after the release, and outside of North America or the US, it's at the TO's discretion, and that meant the gunboat and all its new friends weren't legal here. So you will be seeing a original where the latest release was the Guns for Hire expansion. And to the left here we have Jesper, and we will soon see his lists on the stream as well here, once they get the overlay fixed. But his list is Dengar, with expertise, K4 security droid and the Punishing One title. And alongside him he's got Asajj Ventress with expertise, Lazrazi, radar stim and countermeasures. On the right you got Daniel, who is flying Chewbacca with Lone Wolf, C-3PO, Rey and the old Falcon title to get the evade action. And alongside Chewie he's got two Kashyyyk defenders, and they're both loaded up with Wookiee commandos. So it's a very thematic Wookiee list there. And as you can see here in the opening, Daniel is moving Chewie alongside his own table edge, while Jesper is just rushing up the right side of the board edge with Ventress on the outside and Dengar on the inside. And with the dial of the jump master, those left turns coming for Dengar here is of course good, especially when you have the K4 security droid, which lets you take target lock action when you do a green move. So it's very important to have the approach set up so you can do left turns and banks, in addition to the straight moves with Dengar here. And with the FAQing and removing the droid, the astromech from the jump master, normally you would see the unhinged as well on Dengar here to give him even more green moves, but no more, fortunately I guess, because it's still probably the best dial in the game. Well, at least, well, maybe not due to the silencer, but besides the silencer, I would say the jump master has the best dial in the game, especially on a large ship with a barrel roll. We can just see how they are. Well, Jesper is rushing up, trying to get a fast engagement. I assume his plan here is to try to get the first engagement without the Wookiees being in range. And with the Wookiees I mean the Kashyyyk defenders instead of Chewbacca. So that's an evade action from Ventress. And then there's a 2-bank with Dengar. Jesper here is from the southern part of Sweden. He drove up with me and 2 other guys 4 a.m. in the morning from Malmö, Sweden to Linköping to play everything in one day, 6 rounds of Swiss and then the cut top 8 before you could get home. So it was a long day of X-Wing for us, the 4 of us. And we're back to dials, and let's see how this first engagement ends up here. Daniel is just doing a slow move with the Kashyyyk defenders. Maybe the other one is going a bit faster to have an easier turn in the next turn. And let's see, yeah, there's a 2 straight for the other defender. The question is, of course, will Jesper get the first exchange facing only Chewbacca? Well, ooh, there's a quick move. Maybe he's planning to get Chewie behind, forcing Ventress to move her arc, because I would assume the arc is pointing towards the left on Ventress when you set up along the right board edge here. But any straight move would still make the front arc of Ventress pointing at Chewie. That means she still has to shoot even though she can't assign any stress tokens. And I guess that could be Daniel's plan here, because then it's easier to put damage through on Ventress. Let's see what he decides. I mean, we also need to remember there are a few focus tokens on the Rey crew card now for Chewie. So I assume he's going to take an evade here and then use one of the focus tokens on Rey. And then use 3PO for good measures just to be extra tanky. No, it looks like he's target locking. I mean, maybe it's forcing, maybe trying to get Jesper to swivel the arc. Oh, nice move there. Banking to the right, 1. Also setting up for a hilarious potential cluster F in the bottom right corner here with all these large base chips. That's an evade for Ventress. And then we have Dengar doing a 1 straight, which means he still has Chewie in arc, but Chewie is not going to shoot Dengar here. He's going to shoot Ventress. And the green one is or the 1 straight is a green, so K4 security guard gives the target lock. And he has expertise for offense, so he could just need to barrel roll or take a focus for no real reason here. And let's see what he decides here. I mean, the focus token will do nothing, but I guess he has to take it because there's no point in barrel rolling anywhere. Okay, so Dengar shoots first, range 3 on Chewie. So if Jesper can get a good first round of attacks in here, he's in for a good start. But if not, you know, maybe this was a good plan by Daniel by bringing the Wookiees in the next turn, forcing Jesper to commit either to keep going for Chewie with the Kashyyyk defenders in his back, or switch targets. So that looks like 3 hits, and a little lone wolfing, and I don't know, let's see, it looks like maybe 2 went through. Yeah, Jesper just caught that he perhaps should have checked if he could have stressed Chewie. I don't know if he has the Wookiee in arc, so they're just not doing it because it was a missed opportunity in case it was in arc. So now Ventress shoots, range 2. And that looks like 3 more hits. And I think Jesper's off to a good start here. So 3PO gets 0 for 1. And then he's using Lone Wolf. Let's see if he got another one. Doesn't look like it. So maybe 2 more shields. And then Chewie shoots back. This is going to be an interesting trade because if he does some serious damage to Ventress here, because Ventress isn't very tanky when you can't use that lat thoracic crew. So 1 target lock, 2, and that looks like 1-1, and then you use the evade token for no damage, and there is no range for the Wookiees. So it was an okay start for Jesper here. I think he got everything he wanted, except maybe he forgot to stress, or maybe he couldn't stress. Really hard to see the arc there. And he's arcing some hard 3s, and as you can see, the overlays are now catching up here because the stream was unmanned. They just entered everyone's lists before the game, so the viewers could at least see what were on them. And then I got all the files to do battle reports after the fact. And Chewbacca does a hard 2, forcing the bump, or if Ventress is hard, turning 2 or 3, forcing her to swivel the arc. So he took the evade action, and I don't really know where the focus token. Maybe he would decide, I'm just going to put it now, not to forget it. And Rasmus or Jesper decided to say, well, that's okay. Let's assume that's what happened. I'm not really sure. Sorry. So here's the 2 hard from Ventress, and now Jesper has to decide: is he going to keep focus on Chewbacca, because the next turn, you know, Chewbacca can just be out of there, and then if both of the Wookiees are untouched, it'll be tough for Jesper not to take a lot of damage on Ventress. Maybe you could bump into one of them, or maybe they just hard turn into Dengar. I don't know. We'll see what Jesper decides. I think the best call is to go for the Wookiee now. I think he swiveled the arc. Chewbacca is in the way, so we can't really see where it's pointing. And then there is a 1. Oh yeah, he is definitely going for Chewbacca here. The 1 hard. Looks like it fit perfectly. It's not a green move, so there's not going to be a free target lock. But with expertise, you might as well take the target lock anyway. And the Wookiees are probably going to shoot at Ventress anyway, so Oh no, he decides to go all the way, try to actually prevent the next turn's move from Chewie as well. Making sure he's at range 1. Oh yeah, of course he does have the target lock from the last turn because he didn't need it. So that's gonna be one round of some hurt for Chewie here, I think. Despite, yeah, okay, so the focus was on Rey. Some good dice roll on defense for Daniel is gonna be good. And there is the stress token from Ventress. And then Dengar shoots range 1. He's gonna use the target lock. And expertise for 4 hits. Which should burn into the hull of Chewie pretty good here. Even if he could get 3, he's gonna get 0. And that's gonna be 3 evades if he wants. With both of his tokens to only take 1 damage from that shot, which is probably the best you could actually hope for there. So do that, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, he spent all of them. Yep, I think that's a good call. Keeping Chewie as tanky as possible. Because if it takes time to kill Chewie, it will take even longer to kill those Wookiees than when they come in now, next turn. And then Ventress, oh, that's a nice one. He also has expertise, so this is looking good so far for Jesper. And nothing. So this should mean Chewbacca has 4 damage cards, which means there's 4 more only. So he's got half points on Chewie. Yeah, 4 damage cards. So if he can keep shooting Chewie here, he should be good. But if Chewbacca can get away next turn, and the Wookiees come in, it's still an even game. So no real damage from Chewie here. So it looks like 1 shield maybe? No, it was evaded completely. But now the Wookiees gonna do their thing here. So they're gonna shoot range 3, both of them, into Ventress. And just 1. And that's evaded, so it's looking pretty good for Jesper so far. I think Ventress has taken maybe 1 damage. That's it, but that's 3 hits. And that's maybe 1. So let's see, he's gonna remove... Oh, 3, so okay. Even that was a good hit from the Kashyyyk defender. So Ventress is shieldless. Which means if a 4 straight fits here, it's good for Chewie. I think maybe Dengar should werewolf slightly more backwards to prevent that possibility. But if Chewie just runs into Dengar here, there isn't really a good move that would... Maybe the 2 sleep to the right is a good call for Dengar here, even if he gets him stressed. Because it will set up distance from the defenders. Okay, the Kashyyyk guys just move forward. I think they just moved them in the wrong order here. Right? No, they did not. So the Kashyyyk defenders just move forward, and the Wookiee is bumping, and the Wookiee is Chewbacca, of course, here. So yeah, the 2 sloop maybe works for Dengar here. So he's gonna take... Okay, that is the focus from Rey. And just has agreed that it's okay to put it there, even so they don't forget it. I don't know. Regional level tournaments, as long as everyone is happy with it, who cares? So there's a 5 straight from Ventress. 5, 6, 7, and a bit. That might take her out of range of Chewie, which is bad, because he can't concentrate fire here. And the Wookiee still have arc. Maybe the 3 bank running into the front Wookiee would have been the best option. But then the arc probably wouldn't have been pointing at Chewie. Maybe it would. Would have been close. Yeah, I think it would, but yeah, okay. And I assume he just flipped the arc, or the mobile firing arc there. And... Okay, he takes an evade. Dengar is doing a hard turn. 1. If this clears, at least he will have a shot on Chewie this turn. If the 2 sleep would have worked, he would have had a range shot as well, so maybe, but I mean, I don't think that's... I mean, it's close to the edge of the map, but I think it would have fit, but you never know. And maybe you don't want to risk it. So, Dengar takes target lock. Yeah, he takes the target lock.
Ja, exakt. Ja, tack. Starta på kopplet. Jag kan väl inte stressa. Där har ingen av på det.
No idea what they're talking about right now, but yeah, he's gonna shoot from Dengar to Chewie there, range 1. And using the target lock. That looks like 4 hits with expertise. There might be a crit, but that doesn't really matter. And he's probably gonna guess, well, I don't know, 0? And he got 1, so just 1. So 3 hits or 2 hits and a crit, but that doesn't matter. 3. So Chewie is on fire and not in a good way. And there is no range from Ventress, which is bad for Espa, and it looks like there is no arc on the Wookiees. So yeah, Chewie is now shooting into the rear, range 1 back at Dengar with Lone Wolf. And it looks like he got all of them by spending the focus token. That's a good roll from Daniel. But there's 1, maybe 2 8. Let's see how many shields. 3, so 1 evade at least. Dengar is still with shields. 1. And then we have the Wookiees into Ventress here. 3. And nothing. So that's 1 evade for 2 shields on Ventress. Which is... oh, it's a crit going through. Actually 2 crits. So it looks like no action, and I don't know what the other one was. Oh, get the stress. And then we have the second Wookiee defender now. Also going range 1. And reroll and just 1. So maybe he can evade this. Nope. 1 more going in. It's a crit this time as well. I think that was a direct hit. And okay, so new turn here. Ventress needs to bug out, and she can't hard turn due to the rock. Chewbacca can try to block Dengar here, so yeah, the Wookiees are going to go for Dengar now. And he's going to keep the reinforce there. I guess he could probably do the focus action here, because Dengar has to try to shoot Chewie. But I mean, he's probably going to try to block Dengar with Chewie here. The 3 bank here just might be perfect. I don't think he makes it past Dengar though. I think he will just clip the corner of the base there. He didn't fit. So let's do some train tracks and bump into the back of Dengar instead. But I think this is pretty good for Daniel anyway, because could Dengar kill Chewie in 1 shot? If not, that's good for Daniel, because this means all 3 ships will shoot Dengar. I think Chewie has 4 hit points left. Okay. They're doing both ships at once, it seems. Well, it doesn't really matter. So let's see, Ventress is doing it 2 straight, and she's gonna fix her crit. Damage sensor array. That's a die roll, right? And we'll see. They'll get there. And he's forgot to roll the die, or maybe they catch it later, or maybe they just do the movement first for some reason. That's a hard one. Yeah, that would have been a nice block from Chewie in case if the 3 bank would have fit. But now he has 3 ships shooting Dengar, unless Dengar can pilot skill kill Chewie. So do you do the focus for defense? Yeah, you did that, or do you do the target lock for offense to make sure you can take... I mean, you could do 4 damage, but he has 3PO, so I don't think you can kill Chewie anyway in this round. Unless I've miscalculated the number of damage cards on Chewie, of course. Oh yeah, okay. I think they're catching the crit card here. Maybe. We shall see. The suspense is killing us here.
Ja, det gick bra. Så jag tog fokus där. Sen tänkte jag vänta och jag ska försöka
Yeah, okay, they're gonna roll the die now. And it looks like they did fix it. Yep. So Ventress can now take actions again. Which means we're into the shooting phase. Or the combat phase that it's called. And let's see how much damage Dengar can do into Chewie here. Yeah, it's gonna be a range one shot. So without C-3PO, you know, that could have been a potential kill here, but well, and that's a really amazing roll, and with expertise you get 4, and I guess he just was 0 because he don't want to risk it, so 3. And Chewie, nope, that was just enough, okay. That's good for Dengar, but these 2 Wookiees are still gonna chew through Dengar pretty quick if they get close. Dengar has 1 shield, so if he gets a lot of hits this round, Dengar can't really outrun them. He might be able to run into one of them instead, and then try to get behind. Ooh, 3 naturals. And 1, it looks like, and the other one were blanks. So 1 shield and 1 damage, which means... Oh, it was a crit, of course. Stunned pilot, so if you bump, you take more damage, but you want to bump next turn with Dengar. Okay, so Dengar is now half points. 1 more going in. And that's evaded, so... Well, what do you do with Dengar? Do you risk trying to hard turn here into one of them? Oh, he's doing a quick move. Yeah, so I guess if you bump into 1, you take 1 damage. That means then you will be at 2. You have you have 5 hit points on the Jump Master. So you could potentially live and get behind them. You could also try to 2-sloop to at least shoot twice into one of them, and then hopefully Ventress could kill that one off. But I think Ventress needs to kill them both to win here, because she's already at half, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so she's had 4 hit points left. So if Jesper's doing a 1 hard or a 1 bang to the right here, and just prays to the dice gods that the other one won't do too much damage. But no, I think he's 2-slooping to at least try to get 2 shots off Dengar. No, just a 2 bank. Oh, I think that's... Well, you can't really get away from anyone. I guess you could get away from maybe... Well, get the target lock at least. He might be able to barrel out of range 1 from one of them. The back one. Or you just take a focus and hope for the best. Maybe the back one isn't at range 1 anyway. Oh, he's going to try to barrel. I don't... Yeah, I think this is... Well, he's done it now. He can't decide, because he wants to have a move next turn. And I think this is going to keep him in range 1 of the back one. Maybe not? Yeah. That's definitely going to be range 1 from both Wookiees. So I think this is going to be the end of Dengar. And with no sloop, there was no revenge shot, so... Yeah. If Jesper could have this back, I think he would, but he didn't know the Wookiees would go full speed ahead. So I guess it was a calculated risk. And of course, with the stunt pilot, the bump action is not the something I really want to do, but maybe that would have been the best call here. Bump one, take range one shot and pray that you don't die, and then you're behind them. But well, at least he had the target lock because he blanked on 3. And then it becomes 3 hits with expertise. And he has 1 there. So 2 damage. Yeah, there is no way Ventress can pull this off with only 4 hit points left. He needed to do more damage there because I think the Dengar is going to die now. So 2 Wookiee Commandos into no more, so just 2. And 1, 2, 1. And a crit again. Okay, I don't think it matters because he's at 2 hit points now. I think this Wookiee is going to kill him. And it looks to be range 1 as well. Yeah. This has to be the end of Dengar here. Well, not necessarily, but... Okay, they're going to make sure it's range 1. Moving the slightly injured Wookiee to get it in there. I think it was range 1. We'll see how many dice there are all here. Yeah, I think this is game here if Dengar dies. So with a sloop you might have... Oh my god, 4 naturals. Yeah, that's definitely the end of Dengar. If you slooped, you could have shot the same Wookiee twice. Maybe you could have had a chance in the end game here with Ventress. But we're also closing in on time here. There isn't that much time left. And I think the bump would have been the best call there. Only take shots from 1, but you would get 1 automatic damage. It was a tricky one. Okay. And then of course the last Wookiee rolling 4 natural ones is, well, icing on the cake for Daniel. So is he doing a straight move here or just turning in this turn? He's taking the long way around. Yeah, forcing Ventress to come to him, which I guess is the correct call here. He needs to do nothing. Just make sure he has arcs when Ventress shows up. And he should be able to either kill her or just make sure she stays away. So maybe you do that. Maybe you just don't engage with Ventress here to preserve some MOV. Just preside because she might kill 1 Wookiee before she dies, but I don't think she will. So that's a hard 3, which sets up, he can go both ways here, so if he wants to stay away, he can just go to the left next turn. Also here. And these are hard 3s, I guess. At least on the front one. Maybe hard 2 on the back one. We'll see once he's out of the way there, Daniel. And looks like they did the same moves, so hard turns on both. And let's see which route Ventress takes. She is going to the right, so she's trying to get another engagement here. Maybe he's hoping to be able to take out 1 of the Wookiees and stay alive, to at least get some more MOV instead of just preserve what he has. And I don't know which one is the correct call. I guess it depends on what the dice tell us. The next turn there might be some shots here. So what do you do with the Wookiees? Bank in. You might hard turn the back one. I think there's room between the rock and hit. Or you just do 1 straights with both. And again, we will see soon. So that was a bank with a lead Wookiee. And the second one. And that was a wee hard turned in. And it looks like he got the action, so he did not clip the rock. But it looks way closer than I thought it was. And there's just a bang from Ventress. Probably hoping to only get 1 Wookiee at range 3, but I think both of them are in. And 4 hit points. Maybe you don't die this turn with the Ventress. We'll see. taking the evade action, I guess. Yeah, and they're out of range for stress, I believe. And I don't even know which way the arc is pointing, but I guess it's pointing to the left.
Yeah.
So shooting, yeah, that's the damaged one. I think it has one shield left, maybe two. And looks like it's just range 3. So let's see if you can push some damage through here. And 2. And 1 and 2 with the reinforced token, which makes Wookiees just stupid tanky. And then they're shooting back at Ventress here, range 3. 1. And he blanks out. So he needs to spend the evade, and he still takes 1. And it looks like it's a crit. Yeah, it's a crit again. And the second Wookiee. 2 hits and 3. Those Wookiees are really hitting hard here. And again, it looks like nothing, so he dies. Okay, so well done, Daniel. Nice game, guys. Stay tuned. Every round, I'll have 1 game from each round here from this regional, so that's 6 rounds, and then the 3 from the cut. Thank you for watching.